So hey guys, glad you're here, glad you're stopping by. I figured I'd put another video out today for some clarification to kind of help out for what I was trying to talk about this morning. So let me go ahead and say this. I'm not good at getting my words out, especially when it comes to something spicy like racism, politics, sexism, stuff like that, gender and all that stuff. I know how I feel about it, but just like everything else, I'm not good at getting my words out because I just come off as awkward. And that's basically what happened this morning. You know, like I said, I didn't get a lot of bad feedback or anything on that video. Didn't really get a lot of views, but I rewatched it myself, and I understood what I was saying, but I could probably tell that a lot of people knew I was nervous talking about it, and whenever I'm nervous, it makes me sound like a bumbling idiot. But that's all the time because I'm constantly nervous. So, I mean, that's just any video I do. I'm just nervous all the time. So I say stupid things that doesn't make sense, and I go back and I try to question myself, like, what the fuck did I even say? Now, so my whole thing was Chili was trying to put it in that cop's head that just because he is black, he has to think a certain way. And I kind of pointed out some of the hypocrisy that even politicians do. And that was the whole thing. And I could have just summed it up in one sentence and been done with it. It's been a very short video. But I just kind of rambled on. So let me go ahead and tell you a little bit of what I know about racism. So my dad, my real dad, my biological dad, and I hate to say this, he is super racist, like really bad. I was raised up around it. I seen it firsthand. My dad will never change. He'll always be racist. I always have to call him out on his bullshit. I don't like to hear it. You know, and it's always been awkward for me because in the area that I live, we don't have a huge black community. We don't. We really don't. Very, very, very few black people in this area. And it was like that when I went to school. There wasn't very many black people in my class. I think there was one. And there is racism in my area. It is. It's predominantly white, for the most part. Not saying that all white people are racist, but whenever, you're growing up like that and you have somebody in your family that's racist and you hear it every day, it just kind of makes things really awkward. So somebody asked me what I know about racism. That's it. It's kind of in my family, but so it's there. It exists. Just my dad, really. No, not very many other people, but I was raised around in this area, and there's, like I said, it exists. It does. Not as bad as we would think. I don't like to see it, honestly. I don't. When I was younger and said stupid things, and I've said stupid things, dumb things that I shouldn't say, and I'm sure we're all guilty of it. And some people don't want to admit it, but I'm pretty sure you did. You can't really say you didn't, because most people did. But at different times, it is what it is. Like, I remember back in the day, people used to say things like the hard F, the hard N with the hard R. You still hear it today, not as much as it used to. Or the N-word with an A. I'm not going to say it, obviously. Not my thing. And like I said, I'm really nervous talking about this because I don't want it to come off even worse, because you're going to be like, oh, there's that guy, his family, his dad was a racist. He was raised in racism. Yeah, I was surrounded by it. It exists. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. But like I said, at least I'm willing to admit it. I'm not going to like say I'm some kind of perfect saint that lives in a perfect area. You know, I know how it is. I know exactly how it is. And, you know, maybe it's not my place to talk about racism. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not my place. Maybe that's not my thing. But I just wanted to spot out the hypocrisy of what was going on in that video and the things that I've noticed throughout the years, especially in media as well as politics and stuff like that, and this whole woke fad. And like I said, I'm still not comfortable talking about these things because, again, I've never really talked about them. I've had feelings of them. There's things I've said in private that's, you know, that maybe only me or Miss Bits or some of my friends know. And I'm just like, well, maybe I'm the asshole. But I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying I am awkward. I'm going to get things wrong a lot. I'm not perfect at getting my words out. I'm just glad that the people that are watching would be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk about that. We can tell you're uncomfortable. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Now, I did talk to Leducator, and I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on it more tonight on the stream, just to kind of maybe get more from one person to get there, kind of get the whole picture out. And I do want to share some clips and stuff on the stream, so maybe I can paint a better picture for you guys without sounding like a bumbling asshole. But like I said, it wasn't my intention to sound like that. But you know, I was nervous talking about it. Like I said, I'm nervous talking about half the shit I do. Like, maybe a year ago or so, before all this chili shit started happening, you know, I was just talking about Pokemon and video games and movies and mental health. You know, barely able to get a coherent message out because, you know, I'm afraid of what people are going to think about me. I'm not really afraid as I used to be. I still get nervous, especially, like I said, when I'm talking about things like this. I don't want to come off looking like some kind of fucking jerk, some asshole that's, you know, just one of those red-pilled guys. And, you know, that's, if you want to think that, that's fine. I like to consider myself pretty progressive for the most part. Do I like everything that's associated with progressivism? No, and I can't even say the fucking word right. No, some of it just goes too far. But it's the same way with conservative, and people say the far right, and I say the far left. I don't like either side. I don't like far left or far right ideals. I'm kind of right there in the middle. And I'm trying not to be afraid of talking about these things. I want to be more comfortable talking about stuff like this so I can carry on a conversation with you guys to kind of get my thoughts out there. And I know it's not going to be for everybody. I know that's the case. Not everybody's going to want to hear it. But that's why there's a skip button. That's why, you know, there's a subscribe button and stuff like that. It's why it exists. If you don't like what I have to say, I understand. And maybe one day I can get a little bit better at talking about it. That way, maybe you can kind of understand, but you may still not agree with me, which we're not going to agree with each other at all. Maybe on some things, but for the most part, most people don't agree with each other. You know, I don't like to think I'm stuck in a single bubble. I don't want to be stuck in a left and right bubble. I want to be my own person. I want to have my own thoughts. You know, I don't want to be tied down and told I have to believe in a certain thing because the color of my skin or my gender or whatever. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just like I said this morning, like when Chili went up to the cop and said, hey, you're a cop, you're black. The guy that got murdered by the cops, brutally murdered by them, he was black. You kind of look like him. that was pretty racist. That was really racist. Like, one, like, not all black people look the same. Again, it's... And we'll show the video tonight. Okay? I want to show you guys the video tonight. And this isn't the first time this shit's happened. And that's what I was trying to point out. But I turned it into a fucking diatribe of just nonsense. But like I said, I want to make this video to kind of be like, hey, Ed, I fucked up and maybe I can do better. And you guys know me, I apologize for everything. I do. I like to keep, I like to maintain who I am. I don't want people to think badly of me, and I can't stop that. I can't really stop it, but, you know, it's just one of those things I'm going to have to figure out myself, and maybe you guys along the way can be like, hey, this works, that doesn't work. Work on this, be better, and make your channel awesome. You know, I'll have to follow that. That's what I'm going to have to do. And I do thank anybody for the advice or criticism. And, you know, if you ever want to talk, and I have some people that's been waiting to talk to, you know, they send me emails, and I've been meaning to do phone calls and stuff like that. And I still aim to do that. I still aim to be able to do those things. So, yeah, just kind of bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Don't let me scare you away. I love you guys very much. I love all the support, and hopefully, like I said, I can be better at what I do and not be so fucking awkward. All right, love you guys very much, and I'll see you soon.